23 Ballon d'Or France footballer is Lionel Messi.
Welcome once again to another episode of our Sports Corner. My name is Robert Ayonfe, and we are going to be talking about something very interesting. It's all about the Ballon d'Or, and I'm here with no other than Dr. Seton Senayon. Yeah, it's good to have you. Thank you so much for being on this episode. So definitely, you know why you're here.
Yeah.
And let me ask, how did you expect Messi winning that Ballon d'Or, the 8th Ballon d'Or?
100%. Right from the 18th.
So that's where we are going to now draw the line. So Seton Senayon believes that Messi actually deserved the prize, winning the 8th Ballon d'Or. But I and some others actually feel that it was actually a rigged affair, and something really went down that they're not telling us about, and that's what we're going to be analyzing on today's episode. So if I may ask, what made you feel that Messi actually deserved to win this award?
Well, first things first, this current Ballon d'Or season started from June 2022 up until 2023, I think June, yeah. And so when you measure the performance of players within that time period, remember, that was a World Cup period. You had a Winter World Cup. Within that time period, there is no single player on planet Earth that comes close to the performance level of Lionel Messi.
How?
Right from that 18th of December 2022, it was sealed in time that he was going to win this.
And that's my flaw with this argument, because people keep centering the entire aspect of, okay, Messi won a World Cup. Yes, Messi won a World Cup, but that doesn't judge a player, an individual player. It's an individual award. Don't get me wrong. It's an individual award. I mean, you are judging a player based on the season, the 2022-2023 season, not the World Cup. Like, it doesn't make sense. First of all, now if we are to take it back now, you are basing it on the World Cup. If I'm right. Now, what happened in 2018? Please, I would like you to tell the audience what happened in 2018.
France won the World Cup.
France won the World Cup. Who was the exceptional talent in that World Cup?
Kylian Mbappe.
Who won? We are still on the air. I've not landed. So who won the Ballon d'Or for that year?
Luka
Modric, right? And why did he win the Ballon d'Or for that year?
He was exceptional
in his club.
So
he was exceptional in his club and also performed in the World Cup.
Yes.
His team took Croatia to the second time that they would actually get to the World Cup finals, but they lost scandalously to an Mbappe's France.
Yes.
But that did not guarantee Mbappe the Ballon d'Or. Wouldn't you say that is flawed compared to what we are now judging with this season? Talking about Messi winning the 8th. Why?
Okay, so what I want to say is that it's not just about winning the World Cup, it's about how did you win the World Cup.
Okay.
You have to first take into perspective that this Argentina team were about over 30 games unbeaten before they lost to Saudi Arabia in the first game of the World Cup. 2-1. 30 games. Since Copa America 2021, they have not lost a single
But they
game.
lost to who?
They lost to Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia,
Yeah,
of all clubs, of all countries.
Hello, I'm still in the air.
Fly.
Yeah, okay. So they lost to Saudi Arabia on the first game. Everybody thought that this was the end, that it was a regular flop for Argentina as they do in World Cups.
Yes.
It took resilience, leadership ability for Messi, the captain.
What are you saying?
In the second game,
Okay,
in the second game against Mexico, who scored the goal? From outside the team, he scored against Ochoa. Ochoa is one of the best goalkeepers in the World Cup. Go and check it. One of the best goalkeepers in the World Cup ever. This guy scored him from outside the post, drove Argentina to win that game. Against Poland, they won. In the knockout stage, up until the final, he scored in every single game. He was the second highest goal scorer after Kylian Mbappe, just 1 goal difference.
Yes.
He had the highest assist alongside some other players.
Yes.
He had the highest amount of man of the match.
Yes.
In the World Cup.
Yes.
What else do you want a player to do, for God's sake?
I want Ballon d'Or to be very honest with their selection, and this year they just showed to the whole world that this award is meant to be tagged the Messi Dior. Messi Dior. It was so clear that they favored. Come now. It was so clear that they favored Messi with this, because like I said, let me take you back to 2018. Kylian Mbappe was the standout performer for France. This same Mbappe played against your Messi. Do you remember that match? Do you remember that match where he thrilled the fans? He put Messi in his place. Messi did not have anything when it came to that award ceremony, but he still lost to someone who took second position. And why did he lose to Luka Modric? Luka Modric was exceptional for Madrid when they won.
Yeah.
That 2018 Champions League with Real Madrid, he was exceptional. And also this same resilience you're talking about, he also did the same thing with his Croatia team, but they lost to France.
Okay.
But that did not guarantee Mbappe winning that Ballon d'Or. Now let me take you back. You're still talking about resilience. Let me take you back to this same Germany, when Germany played with Argentina. This is Messi Argentina, and they defeated. Yeah, 2014. God bless you. You know your records, I love that about you. So it means like 2014, they also lost to Germany, and who scored?
That was Götze.
No, yeah, you know your record. Götze scored. Who was the keeper?
Again, is it Argentina or
for Germany? Who was who was in post?
Manuel Neuer.
Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer was exceptional for Bayern that season too, but he came third position. He came third, and he lost this to Ronaldo and Messi. It means there's an agenda when it comes to awarding individual brilliance. They always seem to favor either Ronaldo or Messi when it's obviously clear, because this year was so clear that Haaland was exceptional. Haaland came all the. So
you've answered my question. I wanted to ask a question that if not for Messi, who would you have?
It's definitely Haaland.
So Haaland.
Yes.
Now, have you ever seen anybody win a Ballon d'Or without playing the World Cup in the World Cup year? Tell me one player that has ever won a Ballon d'Or in the World Cup year without playing in the World Cup. It's impossible. I wish Haaland. Yes, he tried. Second best player, very good position.
Yeah.
But you can't in a World Cup year where we had one of the best World Cups you've ever seen. You cannot give a player that did not even have his team in the World Cup in the first place.
But who's to blame?
That's nobody's fault.
You can't explain. No way. Yes. No way. It's not the team that would respect to.
It is just how life works.
We are not. What are you basing with? So that means you are now basing. You are very, very biased at this point. You are basing brilliance. You are basing brilliance based on a team effort. But remember that the Ballon d'Or is given to an individual player. It's how a player performed in a season. But so it's very, very wrong for you to say that you are not judging this based on the fact that Haaland did not give as much to his countryside, which is Norway, Norway is definitely not a World Cup team.
Nobody.
So are you not saying that a young boy who plays for Lesotho and is so brilliant for Lesotho, he's so brilliant that he becomes one of the greatest footballers in the world, can not get that trophy because of his side? Lesotho would never play in the World Cup. Is that your point?
My point is, in a World Cup year, that's a very significant fact I'm saying about. In a World Cup year, outside the World Cup, if like this is 2023, if Haaland performs well, 100% he deserves it. But in a World Cup year, you have to understand that when it comes to Ballon d'Or, there's a reason why some particular players in particular leagues cannot win it. People outside the top 5 leagues. People outside the top 5 leagues in Europe, no matter how well if you score 100 goals, no matter how well you perform, because you are not in those top 5 leagues, you will never qualify to win the Ballon d'Or.
Are you still flying?
You may enter top, you may enter top 5, top 6, whatever. But to win that Ballon d'Or in this current dispensation, it's going to be very difficult for you to do that.
So
when we are talking about a World Cup,
please land on time, please.
Yes, we are talking about a World Cup here. The best tournament in the world, the highest rated tournament in the world is the World Cup. And if you have a player that was the most valuable player in the World Cup and that also had the 4th highest goal contribution throughout the season, Haaland had 57 goal contributions, Mbappe had 44, Salah had 41, Messi had 40. So when you rank every single team based on all what I've listed in the club performance and in the international performance, Messi totally outclassed every other person. No. The fact that Haaland did not contest is not enough reason for you to
now
win the World Cup.
All you just said now, brilliant point. But now you are not basing that, okay, the fact that Messi, first of all, his team was able to play in the World Cup. Haaland's team did not play in the World Cup.
Yes.
So what happens to Rodri? Spain played in the World Cup.
Okay, so what is that?
His club side did so well last season.
So I want to ask you
a
question.
But he does not, nobody even sends him. One, are you saying because he's a defensive? Are you telling me now because he's a defensive midfielder, he doesn't actually have rights or have claim to that throne? No. I'm still flying. I allowed you to fly, and now you landed. So please let me take off. No, now you are telling me now that because a player plays in a certain position, Messi, of course, exceptional player, fantastic player. He does well assisting, does well scoring goals. But a player like Rodri, who gets you important goals. Remember that he got that against Inter Milan. Important goals. He gets you important goals, but he might not give you that much contribution when it comes to assists, when it comes to but like take-ins, tackles, he guarantees you that. Are you not saying that players like this would not have a claim to the Ballon d'Or? Now, because with that suggestion alone actually just demystifies the entire award. It means that players are not giving the award based on their brilliance. Players are not giving the award based on how well they play, but they are giving the award based on, okay, how many goals have you scored? How many assists can you give? So people like Rodri, who was exceptional, and we saw that, and we are seeing that this season, where he left for 3 games and Man City seemed to be struggling. They seem to struggle for those 3 games. So are you not saying that players like this would definitely not win the Ballon d'Or? Because then we can then say that they should scrap everything. Just make sure that the Ballon d'Or, there's no need to be giving awards because it has lost that significance.
Based on your point, I agree with you. Players who play in other positions apart from the forward roles should be allowed and given equal opportunity to win the Ballon d'Or. Yes, I 100% agree with you. It's something that even I myself are upset about. But then, let's look at it. Even in 2018, look at Modric. You can argue that he's a centre midfielder or a defensive midfielder.
Centre midfielder, yeah. CMF.
Some people argue that he also plays DM. Whichever.
Ancelotti is Ancelotti, so he can decide to play you anywhere.
But he was still able to win the Ballon d'Or ahead of Mbappe, who was firing at that season.
Yes.
And that's because of exceptional performance. Now, when you look at Rodri in Man City, if I ask you to mention the top, or rather the best player in Man City, it's going to be very hard for you to decide whether it's going to be Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, or Ruben Diaz, or Rodri. It's going to be hard because Man City are a team that they don't really have that standout players. Just recently they were starting to see that, okay, Haaland is starting to try and rise above the.
That's because of Guardiola. It's Guardiola's fault. Guardiola is the one who keeps switching.
That's the issue with Rodri, because even though he's performing excellently well, he has not really stood out from that Man City team. You can't really say he's better than De Bruyne in his own position.
There are certain players who actually stand out without making noise.
Yeah.
Someone like Kante now. Kante is a standard player wherever he goes to. We saw that in Leicester City.
Yes.
We saw that in Chelsea. But you would hardly know that there's a Kante there. Until maybe you watch highlights, watch replays, and you see that, oh, someone was doing. So that's the same job I feel Rodri does in the Man City team.
Very true.
So you might not say that, no, this guy is a standard player, or someone like Messi because definitely Messi will score for you, Messi will assist for you. So you can't use that to slap me with anything.
No, I'm trying to say that in his position, yes, he's one of the best. But I'm also saying De Bruyne in his position is one of the best. Haaland in his position is one of the best. Yes. So it's very hard to say that, okay, in this team now, who should we give Ballon d'Or? Should we give Haaland? Should we give De Bruyne? Should we give Rodri? Should we give
point is
Diaz?
You can give any of them. Because what led us to this conversation? What led us to this conversation with that? Messi side, Messi's country was playing in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And because Haaland's country, Norway, would never, sorry, my Norwegian fan, but might never play in the World Cup.
Yeah.
So Haaland doesn't have a contest when it comes to winning the award according to you in
it's nobody's
calm down,
fault.
according to you in a World Cup year.
Yes.
But I now said, okay, Rodri Spain played in the World Cup. So how come he doesn't have that claim? Even if Spain did not win the World Cup, we know. Calm down. Even if I'm still coming because 2018 we saw what's his name? We saw Luka Modric win the Ballon d'Or, even though Croatia did not win it. 2014 we saw Ronaldo win the Ballon d'Or, even though Portugal did not win it. Germany won it, and Manuel Neuer was in that selection, but he also did not win it. Yeah, so definitely you can't tell me that since Spain was in the World Cup, they don't forget that they won the Euros that same year. But Rodri had, people did not even talk about it.
So my question to you now, you mentioned in 2014 that Germany won.
Yes.
But Ronaldo won it.
Yes.
Yeah. So in that Germany squad, who was the standout performer?
The standout performer?
Yes.
You can't quickly say.
God bless you.
You can't say. But
Neuer was exceptional, no doubt.
Yes.
But there were other players who were
it was a team effort. It was a team effort.
Exactly.
It was a team effort.
Now,
but
okay, let's
Neuer
played. Can I land?
Land.
So 2014, we agreed that Germany was a team effort.
Was a team effort. Good. Same with Argentina 2022 World Cup. Yes.
2023 was a team effort.
Yes.
Julian
Alvarez came up clutch
to win a World Cup.
When Messi was nowhere to be found. Alvarez came up clutch. When Messi was nowhere to be found, we saw people like De Paul actually come out clutch. We saw Martinez. We saw Martinez come out clutch. So you can never tell me that there was one standard player.
Football is a team effort. Nobody is disputing that.
Definitely.
Obviously, there will be players that sometimes the best performer will not perform up to standard, and people have to step in. That's normal. But I'm trying to tell you that when you look at the statistic, when you watch the match, let's even start from there. When you watch the match, you will know who was carrying which team on the head. Alvarez did not carry Argentina.
The media made it seem. No, calm down. Messi is a big name.
Even Alvarez goes. Who was assisting him? What was it Alvarez? Was it Messi?
No, calm down.
That Molina's goal.
Who helped Argentina win that World Cup? Was it a penalty shootout? Who helped? No, calm down. I'm asking you a question. Who helped Argentina win that World Cup?
You cannot argue more than a man.
Who helped?
Right. Even Emiliano Martinez said that 99.
Footballer, that's his profession.
I caught him. Emiliano Martinez said 99.9% of the team was Lionel Messi. How do you be arguing with someone?
Of course.
The man himself.
What do you expect? I work for a company and I do so much for my company, but I answer to a boss. Who do you think I will give all honor and glory to? I'll be like, thank you so much for giving me the privilege to actually do what I do my job. So definitely that's what he did. Messi is his player. Messi is his colleague. So of course you give Messi that. Okay, Messi, take your roses.
Everybody in that Argentina squad agreed that Messi was the standard.
Of course, that was the idea. The idea was to just put Messi up. Put Messi up here. Messi had to win. Messi had to win that World Cup, my brother.
It was obvious now. It was obvious now.
How was it obvious?
Are you kidding me? The guy scored in every single game in the knockout stage. Okay. What do you want again from a guy?
No.
He assisted the key goals that this Alvarez are talking about. He assisted him. Molina, he assisted him. Those key goals, he assisted them.
It was
in the penalty
team effort.
In the penalty shootout. In the final.
2014, he assisted who? He assisted Aguero. He assisted Higuain. But they didn't score. They lost it. No. So yes, because he assisted and he had capable hands.
So why should he now win it?
So he can't win it because definitely we had better players. We had
that
other players
in the World Cup.
What are you saying?
Rodri
played in the World Cup. Haaland did not play in the World Cup, but Rodri played.
What did Rodri do in the World Cup? Morocco beat and come out. Morocco beat and come out.
That was the style of play now. The style of play did not just work. It didn't work.
The style of what?
Enrique's style of play did not work and they lost to Morocco. So whose fault is it? It was not Rodri's fault. It was not Rodri's fault. He still performed against in Champions League against Inter Milan. So what are you saying?
He performed
are you just basing on one just one
average his performance in the Champions League, in the Premier League and in the World Cup compare it to Messi's performance in PSG, Messi's performance in the World
Please,
Cup.
let's not go to PSG. So
What
yes,
is that?
so that's
Messi had the highest assist in League One last season.
So that's today's episode on Sports Corner. I've been here talking and analyzing the games and of course the Ballon d'Or ceremony, which took place on Monday, the 30th of October 2023, and we've been talking about the Ballon d'Or. I also want to hear what you feel. Do you think Messi actually deserved it? I still believe that it was very, very flawed, and that the Ballon d'Or should reconsider how they give this award. But of course, Dr. Seton believes that it was fantastic.
Yes.
according to Ballon d'Or, Messi is infinity, but to me, I feel like he's definity, if you get what I mean. Yeah. So I think on that note, we're going to be calling it a day on today's session. And if you also have a different opinion, different thoughts on what we've discussed about today, do share on the comments section right there, and also do not forget to like and subscribe on the channel. Until we come your way again with another hot topic and hot take, do stay safe, and always remember to live, love, and smile.
Woo.